I was struggling. But anyways, welcome back, you guys. So this is gonna be my very first YouTube video. I hope you guys really do enjoy this. And I have started something on my personal Instagram about talking about like different points of life that nobody ever told me about. And it all started because I have a friend named Omar, shout out to you, that he and I were having a serious conversation over something very personal. And he was like, man, I'm really happy that I had you here to like, you know, tell me this kind of stuff and guide me a little bit. Because he felt like he couldn't really talk to somebody. And I was like, wow, like I really appreciated that. And I got to see that there's a whole other side, and that there's other people that don't even get this kind of conversation. And I really want to have that, you know, like I want to, if I can be the one to help you, I want to help you. So in today's video for the Talk 2.0, we're going to be talking about sex. I will have another video over a different topic coming up very soon since it's already on my Instagram, but today's video, we're going to be talking about sex, and I say it's going to be mainly guy on guy, gay sex, because that's what I know. It's what I'm knowledgeable in. I know it's different for straights. I mean, the most I can give there, if you're straight, have sex when you're ready, get tested, and use your condoms. You know, have some lube just in case. And I feel like that's the same principle for everyone else. It might be a little different. I'm not sure that women need lube. Maybe some do. So have it just in case. But for guy on guy, I want to say, first off, have sex when you're ready. Do not feel pressured because people are telling you to, oh, I'm a virgin, it's what everybody's doing. Don't care about that. The people that are telling you this stuff, likely you're not gonna stay friends for long. They're just random people in your life that are literally gonna be disappearing in a few years or a few months and whatnot, like classmates, you know? I used to hear it a lot, like in school, where people were like, oh my God, I had sex. You're a virgin? I wish I was still a virgin. Literally, those people left my life that same year and I have yet to see them again. So honestly, have sex when you're ready. You know, if you don't want to, you don't feel it in you, don't do it. Just wait. Honestly, I know a lot of people who have had sex, and including myself, and they regret it. You know, they regret not waiting. So I highly, highly encourage you to go against the gradient, as scary and uncomfortable as it may be in the moment. Trust me, you're gonna be a hero. And you might even be happy that you waited. But if you cannot wait, then you have to be prepared. And so to be prepared, obviously have condoms, you know? If you're a top, know your size, measure yourself. If you're longer, bigger than average, then go ahead and get some bigger sizes, you know? Test them out. If you are a bit on the smaller spectrum, end of the spectrum, don't be ashamed, you know? Go ahead, get you some small ones, you know? They're there for a reason, guys, you know? So go ahead, get you some condoms. And if you're a top, or even if you're a bottom, you know, just know that people do have allergies. So just be prepared that you may need some different type of condom. That's not latex. Also have lube. It obviously does not get wet down there. Have lube. Don't be like, I have spit. I hate when people say that. And the reason I say, I'm using these that you just saw in my hand, but I hate when people say I have spit, because you know what? Spit dries up so quick. People probably are like, eh. You know, it's like the word moist, where you just kind of like cringe at it. I don't know. But yeah, it dries up. No. Just use some lube. Again, people have allergies, so be friendly for everyone. The other thing is to get tested. You know, it doesn't hurt to get tested. There's also PrEP out there. I know a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, but like I can't afford it. I don't know where else in the world, where you are in the world, but look it up. You know, there's some clinics that offer free testing. They can even help you by getting, you know, medicines, maybe some at a lower rate. So do your research, look at your clinics that are nearby and see what they have to offer. You know, a lot of people make that mistake and they're just like, oh, and they just disregard the whole thought, but don't do that. If you're in Austin, Texas, though, there's a clinic called the Kind Clinic. They do amazing. They offer free testing. They also are very amazing people. You know, they ask you what you're comfortable with, what kind of lingo you want to use. They make sure that you're comfortable 100% of the time. They're there to answer any of your questions. They're available online through phone. You could email them. You can stop in for a visit. They have a website that shows you their locations, what they have to offer. They do free testing. They also offer PrEP for you. Obviously, if you're uninsured and stuff, I do believe that they help with that for free. You just have to fill out some forms and whatnot. But yeah, they offer PrEP. PrEP is also the next thing. You guys are probably like, what in the world is PrEP? I had to explain it to my dad, which is the most uncomfortable thing in the world in that moment. But PrEP is, because I don't know 100% everything, I'm reading it. That's why I had those cards. It's the pre-exposure prophylaxis. But basically it's a blue pill that you take, a pill. I don't want to characterize it because I'm sure there's other things similar and whatnot. Like there's different ones like Descovy, Truvada, I've heard. I don't, but yeah, it's a pill that you take and basically helps you in not getting HIV. You know, it reduces that risk by like 99.99%. And honestly, a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, that's like really high. Are we sure? But you know what? Regardless of if it's such a high percentage or even if it helps you reduce it by 60%, the fact that it's helping you reduce it, period, is great. It's a great band-aid to have in your box. It's something that's to have on your court. It's to help you, you know? Definitely look into it. Talk to your physician, your doctor, go to the Kind Clinic if you're in the area and they have one, and talk to them about it, you know? And I think it just does not hurt to have that ball in your court, you know? Mixed with your condoms and your safe sex practices, then I think you should be fine, obviously. There's always that chance that you might get it, but it's better safe than sorry, and if you can reduce it by any means, reduce it by any means, you know? Also get tested regularly. You know, a lot of people tested every 3 to 6 months, you know? Know your status, know your results, and be honest about them with people, you know? Take those steps. A lot of people are carriers, so, you know, they have an STI, STD, and they don't even know it because they don't show symptoms. So imagine how awful it is to like not know, and then you think everything's okay, go get tested, and then like you find out that you have something like that. There's a lot that you probably feel in that moment, so go get tested, you know? It literally doesn't hurt. It's just what, 30 minutes of your time, and then you're done. You probably spend 30 minutes on Netflix anyway, so go ahead and do something with that time. And then I'm just gonna read this off because but it's called PEP. It's the post-exposure prophylaxis medicines, and it says they're usually taken within 72 hours, 3 days, after possible exposure to HIV. And so the sooner that it started, the better. Every hour counts, obviously. So if, let's say you've had sex with someone, if you think that they have HIV, or they told you like after you guys have sex, they told you like, hey, my results just came in and I tested positive for HIV, or I just found out, someone just told me, whatever the case may be, go. You know, it does matter because it could really help you. It says that it's for emergencies, not regular HIV prevention, and that it's taken for 28 days. It prevents most, let's say that again, class, most HIV infections, but is not 100% effective. You know, nothing is. Your condoms are not 100% effective. Pulling out, I don't know why people include that in those things. Like I hear my friends, they say all the time, but he pulled out. All right, you know, I'm telling you one last time to not rely on that. You know, I have a friend who said that he did, and he ended up with 3 kids. So take your chances if you want, but don't tell yourself those things. You know, just remember everything's not 100%. So nothing. It doesn't hurt to do what you can to prevent it. You know, if it's your first time, if you're a top, you're probably like, oh my God, there's a ton of pressure. You know, like just communicate with your partner. I was gonna say with your bottom. Communicate with your partner, you know, be comfortable, have that talk like, oh, do you want me to go faster, slower? Are you okay? Is it too painful? Do you want to try this position? Do you want to do this position? You know, like communicate. People think it's weird. For some reason, people think it's weird to be like, are you comfortable? But they don't think it's weird when they're just like, oh yeah, harder, harder. That's weird. Ew. Ugh, I feel weird after doing that. Okay. But yeah, you know, communicate. There's nothing wrong with communicating. If you're a bottom, clean out. There's a thing called a douche. Yeah, douche. Basically, it's a bulb that you put water in and you just put it up your butt and just squeeze and then take it out and then let everything flow out. And you want to keep doing that until the water's clear. You obviously want some lube to put on the thing so that way you can slide it in easily and it doesn't hurt you. And yeah, after you let it out, the initial one, wait a little bit because you might have to release again. Yeah, so just do that until it's clear. Obviously, tops, go slow. If you have a big thing, go slow for your bottom. Bottoms, don't try and be macho and be like, oh my God, I can do it all in one sitting. Don't do that. Go slow too. You know, you are not a superhero. So go slow, everyone. I think that's pretty much everything, you know? Be prepared, have your condoms, your lube. Remember to be friendly for everyone. People with allergies do exist in the world. Get tested. If you want to get on PrEP, get on PrEP. No one's telling you to do it and no one's telling you not to do it. People can suggest to do it. I probably just said do it. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I have short-term memory. So I'm gonna watch this video and be like, oh. But yeah, I think it doesn't hurt. So I would highly recommend it. But yeah, explore PrEP. Look at your clinics nearby, see if they have any assistance in terms of financial assistance if you need it, if they offer free testing and whatnot. If you're in the Austin area, the Kind Clinic is a resource there. Again, if you're not ready, just say that. If you want to go on a date and you don't want to have that fear of like, oh my God, but what if they're expecting sex? Just say no sex. Be like, yeah, we're strictly going for coffee. Or hey, we're only going for dinner. No, we're not having sex. You know, there is no shame in it. And do not let people try and shame you into it. That is the worst thing ever. I promise. There is no shame in saying no. There is no shame in waiting. You literally, people wish they had said no and people wish that they waited. You know, you don't know it now, but you will later. I promise you. Yeah, know your status, be safe, go slow, communicate, you know. It's weird to hear you moan to go harder. Then it's more weird to hear that than it is to hear, are you comfortable? So promise you that. But yeah, that's everything. and there's more videos to come, I promise. Again, I will leave my link to my Instagram in the description below. Definitely subscribe because we have some more amazing content on the way. I am super excited. These videos will only get better with time. Obviously, I'm very, very new at it. I'm a little nervous, but I really hope you guys enjoy it. And I appreciate you. And I hope you have a good night. Bye!